Well, well, well. Here we are once more. In the past, we've went over this wonderful publication called Publication 557, Tax Exempt Status for Your Organization. We went over it in a few video here, few video there. And in those videos, I continuously allude to you that there is more. And in the video that basically explains the different types of 508 entities, I tell you that there are a few ones based on the different formats. Here is one of the other 508 that I have yet to mention. As you all know at this point, most entities that are considered tax exempt have to file Form 1023. If you do the electronic version, it's 1023 easy. Go to this website, pay.gov, you sign up and you just fill it out. And then you wait for the time period for the IRS to give you something called a quote, the termination letter, to say you have a tax exempt entity. The part that has yet to be explained in these videos, and the part that you likely will not see anywhere online that would not be succinctly distinguished to you, is what I would now clarify in this video to join everything together. If you look at the name of this publication, 557 tells you tax exempt status for what? Your organization. It does not distinguish whether it's a charitable organization, whether it's a 501c3, whether it's a 508, whether it's even a church, generally speaking, whether it's a Rotary Club, whether it's a private school, whether it's an organization for burial ground, which all those are usually, quote, tax exempt. It just says organization. That is to say, any organization at any point can always complete Form 1023 and get a recognition of tax exemption from the IRS. You heard that correct. Any organization is free to apply for tax exemption from the IRS. Oh boy, this might break a lot of people's minds, but most don't know this. Hey, I'm inviting you to come join the patron page. Not only do you get access to documents, posts, and videos that you will never find on any other platforms, you also get instant access to webinars that otherwise will cost far more. And we speak of things that usually we would not be able to speak of on any other platforms far more freely. On top of that, you get the opportunity to send me monthly questions. Now, of course, there are a few other organizations that cannot file for tax exemption by default of how their entities exist. Now, keep in mind, this tax exemption is on a federal level. The federal level tax exemption allows a bit of a broader scope, but we're not going to look at those broader scope. We're going to look at what specifically applies to us in the most beneficial way. Believe it or not, the most beneficial way was what was revealed in the previous videos relating to 508 trust videos, Trust 101, Trust 102, Trust 103 videos, which is as simple as create your own unincorporated entity, utilize it directly, In place of going to the IRS first, go to the state, get the E number there, get the proper type of CP575, which is CP575E. And along the lines of those, you open a bank account, do the stuff most people just regularly do with any other type of entity, but with the exception that you don't fall under the scrutiny of requirement of tax filing because your entity is classified as a church. Because you only need the bylaws, the Constitution expressed and such, which is the foundational document, and you need the CP575E and the resolution that expresses something specific to any given activity, such as opening the bank account. In those videos, I never mentioned or told you that you can actually go to the IRS with your 508 entity and get tax exemption on a federal level also. Did you know that? Did you know that with your 508 entity, you can get a quote, federal tax exempt recognition letter, and get their number there on that other level besides of CP575E, while still carrying the same ability without losing the same ability that you already have as a 508? So, normally speaking, most charitable organizations are required to file some type of form, such as Form 990. If you're a small charitable organization and you're making less than 50K, 990N, which you usually will see in the CP575, where they give you the suggestion. That suggestion is based on your articles that created your entity. But the articles that created your entity is not incorporated, so you have no need for these because you fall directly under a certain exemption. Annual information return. I've read this in the past, but many people tend to miss information. So we'll read it once more. Every organization exempt from federal income tax under Section 501A, which is 26 USC 501A. We've went over 501A and how it directly links to 508 as a revision for those who may not recall. Here it is, 26 USC 501. This video particularly went over it. We took the time to go